Now, this is a story all about how I almost ran the start of 2012. So if you'd like to take a moment, just sit right there, tell you how I accidentally kind of might have poisoned myself just a little bit by taking way too much acetaminophen. Anyway, just fix my bangs here. It was New Year's Eve, and I had decided to go out and play tackle football with, well, I didn't know it was tackle football. I was invited to play football with some other law student friends, and so I went, and I pull up, I'm driving, I pull up, I get out, put my stuff on, and look around. I'm the only girl. And I've only ever really played flag football before, and I'm pretty good at it. But there were some other girls, they were just in their nice non-football playing clothes. So anyway, I decided, well, that's what I came out here to do. So I play, it's great, it's like 2.5 hours worth of fun times, but like I said, I never played tackle football before. It kind of yelled at me because I grabbed him, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, like football, you know, collision, ouch. Anyway, there were a bunch of these. I mean, obviously people weren't really trying to, you know, collision with me as hard as they would with the other guys. I mean, I never really got tackled hard, but, you know, about 3 hours later, I come home, I got a little bit of a headache, and can't go right up and take medicine because my mom, who's wonderful, is hosting some little neighborhood kids, and they're making frosting and marshmallow igloos. So I help out, have a good time. I'm all still all muddy and footballed out, and then we take them to their house, you know, return the kids to their parents like any responsible neighbor. And when we get back, you know, I don't get headaches that often. I don't really like to take too much medication because I like to just let my body naturally deal with things unless it's like I really need stuff. So got to the point I really needed some painkillers. So I look in our the bathroom I use when I'm at my parents' house, and there's only ibuprofen. And so I go into my parents' bathroom and I grab something that says acetaminophen. I take 2 because, you know, it was a pretty bad headache at that point, you know, right in here, it's just, and go down and have this lovely end of the year feast, bacon wrapped filet, mashed potatoes, we had like sweet potatoes and all sorts of good stuff. And so of course I eat plenty because I like to eat, go figure. And so then my sister and I are getting ready to go out. One of her good friends' brothers is playing at a bar restaurant in Old Town Alexandria, and so we're getting ready. I'm kind of trying to figure out what to wear. It's going to be a little more formal than I meant to, and next thing you know, I really don't feel well. My head's swirling, my stomach was starting to get a little tied in knots. I'm trying to get ready and move as little as possible, you know, like doing makeup, and of course as a girl, you know, there's drying the hair, there's doing all this stuff, and it's just really sudden about half an hour after we finished eating. And then by the time we finished getting ready, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to go out, like, okay, we're going to do this, it's New Year's Eve, of course I gotta go. So anyway, I'm trying to buck up. I decided to put on flats, I take the heels just in case I start feeling better later. And not all the way done, but getting ready, but we went over to my sister's place to finish, and then we were going to go out from there. Walking to the car, I start to feel really bad, like really bad. So I end up stopping for a moment, catching my breath. Next thing you know, just out comes that delicious dinner all over my mom's bushes. So I run as fast as I can to my sister's car, throw stuff in, yell. I just puked and try to get back into the house and, you know, find a open toilet to, you know, take care of business. Of course, I only make it 2 steps before lovely dinner comes out again. This time not so lovely, obviously, on the way back up. In the grass is great. One of the highlights of 2011. No, it was not a highlight of 2011. Anyway, I'm so determined at this point that, you know, I was feeling a little bit better, so I run and brush my teeth, you know, try and gargle and whatever, and get in my sister's car, and I'm like, we're just gonna go. And by the time we get to her house, I'm starting to feel bad again, and here's the picture. You know, this is how I was feeling. Like, yeah, not a pretty picture. So, two of her friends come over, and we're getting ready to go. Well, they're getting ready to go out, and I decided I'm just gonna nap and watch a movie on the couch. And then next thing you know, about 2.5 hours after I initially wasn't feeling bad, I mean, the whole time, it's New Year's Eve, I'm trying as hard as I can to convince myself I'm okay to go out, but kind of resign myself to it. But then suddenly I'm feeling better, and I'm like, hey, wait, I can do this. I can move, and I'm not feeling nauseated. This is a good sign. So I decide, you know, we go out, I get, you know, a bunch of ginger ales, help settle the stomach, we're dancing. I am a party machine. It's like nothing ever happened. And I'm trying to figure it out in my head the whole time, like, what happened? Like, where did this come from? And, you know, it's New Year's Eve, we end up counting down, 2012 starts out fantastic. I'm with some really great people, we're watching some really great music. You know, I did have a little sip of champagne at midnight, because you kind of have to. So then the next morning, you know, trying to figure out what exactly could have happened, I bring down the bottle of acetaminophen that I had taken in my parents' bathroom. Well, turns out that it was actually some of my mom's post-surgery of acetaminophen, because she had some leg surgery earlier in the year. So, yeah, it was Tylenol 3, which is what they give you to kind of like knock you out at the end of the day. And I had taken 2. So my body and my head were just not working out well. So, figured that one out. And the moral of the story is, check the labels, because you don't want to end up poisoning yourself a little bit. But here we are, it's 2012, I'm here, you're here, it's great. So, let's see if I could be a little bit smarter this year. Resolution number 1. Alright.